நாங்கள் ரூமில் வந்து ரெஃப்ரெஷ் ஆகிட்டு இப்போ வந்து மியாமி டவுன்டவுன் போகிறதுக்கு ரெடி ஆகிட்டோம். பிரதிகை வந்து ஸ்கைவீல் போகணுன்னு ரொம்ப ஆசைப்பட்டு கேட்டுட்ருக்கோம். அதனால் ஸ்கைவீல் போகலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு இருக்கோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் அங்கே வந்து அந்த நைட் டூர் போயிட்டு டின்னர் போகலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு இருக்கோம். ஸோ லாஸ்ட் டே ஆஃப் வெக்கேஷன், எங்களோட வெக்கேஷனோட லாஸ்ட் டே இது மியாமியில். ரொம்ப நல்லா போச்சு. ரொம்ப நிறைய மெமரிஸ் இந்த வெக்கேஷனில் எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிது. எஸ்பெஷலி க்ரூஸ். நாங்கள் வந்து இவ்வளோ ஜாலியாக இருக்கும் க்ரூஸை நாங்கள் எதிர்பார்க்கல. கொஞ்சம் போர் அடிக்கும்லாம் நினச்சோம் நாங்கள். பட் ரொம்ப சூப்பராக போச்சு இந்த வெக்கேஷன். ஸோ நாளையிலேருந்து பேக் டு ஒர்க். நாளைக்கு மார்னிங் ஆஃப்டர்நூன் ஃப்ளைட் எங்களுக்கு. ஸோ நாளையிலேருந்து எல்லாம் பேக் டு ஒர்க்.
And we can take some pictures of the skyline. Music while they fix the microphone. Oh, David, and I'll be your tour guide. My name is Armando. I'll try to face you as best as I can. We are heading on Biscayne Boulevard. This road could take you 4 hours in reverse, going south to Key West, Florida. If you go all the way, at the end of the street, you could end up in Fort Kent in the state of Maine. If you want to travel across the Atlantic, we have the Port of Miami also coming up on the right after the Bayside sign. If you were walking around, better known as Miami World Center. There is a building, however, that predates all of that. It's the yellow one with the red lights, a Cuban and American flag on each side, yellow on the exterior. This is La Torre de Libertad, better known as the Freedom Tower. Over 400,000 Cuban exiles are processed into this building. There is a weather vane at the top, which, if you look at the form, it's a Spanish galleon ship. It's about 17 stories tall, and it's where the first newspaper operated from. Today, situated right across from a building that looks very whimsical, nautical, like a ship. This is FTX Arena. It was originally known as the American Airlines Arena, and it opened December 31st, 1999. On the left side, there is a free transit system. We'll see one of the stations much closer when we're leaving on the bridge. You can see one of the moving transits on the left. That is the Metro Movie. That's the one behind it. That's actually known as the Paramount. And Paramount has over 28,000 LED lights. And those LED lights can form a large image, in this case, all sorts of advertisement, marketing, or even drone footage of fireworks. They did that on July 4th. That's the Metro Mover, again, it is a free form of transportation. It's electric, no driver. There's the check it out. First part is challenge. You can always go on to the rails and take a picture or have your significant other or partner next to you help you up. However, once we get to the city of Miami Beach or a bit closer, we go a bit slower to give up the skyline. Right now, the local 90, it's not as epic as when we get further outside. See this building as well. We also have a underwater road on the left-hand side. The 100 degree designed by German chefs, bartenders, baristas, and their guests. On the left side, we have Jungle Island. We have lemurs, sloths, koalas, armadillos, and a fusion of two animals, tiger, which is lion and tiger. It is the closest museum to downtown Miami. If you want a larger museum experience, the one that is about 45 minutes out, you'll have to walk. I know for some of you, you're not used to the humidity, and it can get very extremely hot for some people. You could also bike. There's a lot of e-bike as well as electric and alternative localities or areas, let me know. There's also a great pool, the Venetian pools. Fresh water. It used to be, of course, no salt, but no chlorine. The different swimsuit fashions that existed then. Visiting Venetian pools. On the right side, you can look at some of these terminals, the ones that stand out, coming up towards the right is the Norwegian cruise line. 2017 was finished, and in the RCI Royal Caribbean. For those who are Star Wars fans, you probably have seen the Imperial Walkers. Their design was actually based off loosely cargo trains. In this case, you'll see some man-made islands, completely artificial. The one that we're mainly visiting right now is Miami Beach, which 60% is natural. There's a 40% uninhabited islands. Usually just a variety of wildlife over there. It surprises me how many subtle debris, wooden debris, and plastic debris that is ricocheted by these windows. These windows would not shatter unless the hurricane was going at over 255 kilometers. That is what is considered going on there. There's a very, there's a mall, there's a shopping district there, but it's very, Could you guess a movie from the 1980s that was filmed here in Miami? There was a chainsaw scene. Scarface, the battle in the restaurant took place in that building. Now, where you see the CVS, originally there was another building here where we had the 5th Street Gym. I gotta get this tune going for you. Who is a man with 2 different names? He changed his name, especially after he defeated Sonny Liston here in Miami Beach. He used to jog on the bridge. Muhammad Ali, originally known as Cassius Clay, Louisville, Kentucky's Rocket Punch. He definitely had 6-7 years ago, if you came to the streets, Washington Avenue and Collins, you would not see this, but it has been a way to kind of revive the buildings. The building's architecture is very theatrical. You might think that a lot of these buildings are theaters. That is the actual truth, pretty busy. Feel free to rave at some of the guests over here. How are you doing? Yeah, you're doing better than Friday night. Last Friday, they weren't waving like this. This is a very lively Monday night already. And occasionally you'll see people maybe on the rooftops and or at the windows waving as well. Hello there. I saw you. All right. Are you thinking of food hunting? You're probably looking at the drinks. Those are some, they look like fishbowl beverages. Make sure to share those. I don't think you need one to yourself, but yes, that is an actual mixed beverage that you see there. Be careful what size you order. Sometimes you get that fishbowl size. And you know what? I'll just end up sharing that with 2 other people in my party. Hey, how you doing? All right, if I didn't catch the wave, you did, so thank you. On the right side, the Tides Hotel. Do you remember the movie Ace Ventura, Pet Detective? This is the very first scene. Basically, he pulls up to this building dressed as a postal service worker to save a furry friend inside the building. And then in the next scene, he actually goes over to an apartment on Washington Avenue. That's where the landlord isn't fond of all these animal sounds, but I guess he doesn't get it that there's actual animals hiding and living inside Ace Ventura's apartment. Watch out, those trees, sorry about that. But that was pretty gentle. We will face some lower trees, very low. We will have to play some limbo, so we are going to experience a bit of that in Brickell Financial District. So Gianni Versace, his home is actually after the Hotel Victor, which looks like a modern building. It's actually an Art Deco building that had a renovation not just inside but outside. And there's a lot of wear and tear from all in the Hotel Victor. But this is the oldest building that's standing still, the last privately owned home, should I say, on this street from 1925, originally known as Casa Grande, now known as Versace's Mansion. It is serving still as a hotel and also as a restaurant. You will only see extremely exaggerated long lines for musical events, which typically take place in the winter and the spring breaks. And you usually have Art Basel. Art Basel, the largest one in the world, is now here. So when it gets pretty cold in the northern hemisphere, during the winter time, or in this case December, this city anyways takes crypto pretty seriously. NFT is very real here. Or art drops, we'll talk about that later. So Versace was, as I mentioned, gunned in front of the building by Anderson Manning, who never made it out alive himself from the island.
இவ்வளோ பிஸியாக இருக்குது பாருங்க இந்த ஸ்ட்ரீட் நைட் 9 மணி இப்போ இவ்வளோ பிஸியாக இருக்குது.
Alright. But I had to play this song because this is Siboney, the song she's actually named after. If you ever heard it or been to Cuba or in the Caribbean, pretty familiar tune for some.
The lights எல்லாம் ரொம்ப அழகாக இருக்குது. The street வந்து brightest
up to usually on the evening here there are up to 7 or 8 performing acts, usually violinists, singers. There's duos, acoustic duos, duets, and trios. Very quiet here today, Mr. David. But this is the only, well, depending on the referendum and what they vote on, but the only thing you can smoke in Miami Beach would be a cigar in the near future. However, I don't know if that's really going to pass through. I really don't know. A lot of smoke shops are not too happy about that. So.
It's like he was
welcoming us to like another realm or kingdom or something like the cigar kingdom. Right? You got some reggaeton there. You know what's interesting about reggaeton? It's disputed where its origin is. Some say Puerto Rico, some say Panama.
ஒரு மண்டே நைட்டு எவ்வளோ க்ரௌடாக இருக்குது பாருங்க.
All sorts of really American genres. They add their flair of salsa, cumbia, bachata, merengue, reggae. So they mix a lot of Caribbean music and music from generally North America and Central America, South America. If you want some heavier reggaeton, that's called Latin trap, a mix of the trap music and the reggaeton. This is Clevelander on the right. What do the colors remind you of? Well, I'll give you a clue. Half pina colada, half strawberry daiquiri, or a TV series from the 80s. 509 years ago. Okay, on the right-hand side, we have the Edison Hotel, where Clark Gable, the actor, actually had stayed during World War II. And we also have the Breakwater Hotel from 1937. And David, our bus driver, is jamming to the song. And he's making me dance. I think they like it, David. I think they like it. Now you got some live music here. That's always the best. However, you go into the live music and the live dancing, the most vivacious scene. We're gonna have to go to those palm trees that are literally lit up. You go towards the. How you doing up there? Yeah. There's one person up there tonight. I don't think Disney would have let that fly, but I think they would have probably gotten a lot of views on that. How are you doing? It's very quiet over there. It's very quiet. Sing us an a cappella. All right. So a lot of the buildings are mostly made out of limestone, that one especially, or some certain neighborhoods because of how the traffic has increased. However, this also helped their tourism, especially alternatives to taxis. It's actually the shortest I ever cut my hair ever, so I actually really...
Pictures with a stranger.
This was the second largest opera house back in 2010. On the right hand side, we have the Brickell Echo. Watch out with the trees. And then what was the tallest building at one point in 2003, I think it was one of the buildings on the right, Four Seasons Hotel. Where we may like the Four Seasons if they have a staff that will make you feel like the Four Seasons is messing with the brakes. Coming up towards your left, any live music at least? Not tonight. No singers, no guitarists. The Argentine bistro on the left, and then we have a Spaniard restaurant. Really interesting. From early Miami, I guess what you would say, newspapers in those days, because a lot of the authority batted to the other way. In this case, rum runners especially, they would pay them off. Eventually, their hey, come on, many drivers that are controversial. Well, listen, if you start comparing your driving to Brazil or Colombia, or then you might have better statistics. All right, ladies and gentlemen, crocodile. What is a pink bird that stands on one leg? This is easy. Flamingo, which is actually for the Florida Lottery. That is the mascot for the lottery. University of Miami's mascot is an ibis bird. It is the last myth, the man, the one and only, David. And I was your tour guide, Filter Ambassador Entertainer, story and second.
Good morning, friends. நாங்கள் வந்து இன்றைக்கி வந்து ரூம் வெக்கேட் பண்ணிட்டு ஹூஸ்டன் கிளம்புற நாள் வந்தாச்சு. ஸோ நாங்கள் இப்போ மார்னிங் பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட் சாப்பிட்டுட்டு கீழே போயிட்டு பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட் சாப்பிட்டுட்டு விட்டு டவுன் ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணேன். பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட் சாப்பிட்டுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறமா இப்போ வந்து ரூம் செக் அவுட் பண்ணிட்டு ஏர்போர்ட் போனோம். ஹோட்டல்லேருந்தே உங்களுக்கு ஏர்போர்ட்டுக்கு வந்து ஷட்டில் பஸ்ஸஸ்லாம் இருக்குது. இங்கே இதுக்குள்ளேயே ஒரு ஸ்டார்பக்ஸ் இருக்குது, அண்ட் ஒரு ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்டும் இருக்குது. ஸ்டார்பக்ஸில் என்ன இருக்குதுன்னு பார்த்துட்டு அங்கே எதுவும் செட் ஆகலைன்னா ரெஸ்டாரண்ட் போகலான் இருக்கோம். நான் வந்து ஒரு டோஸ்ட்டும் ஒரு மஃபினும் எடுத்திருக்கேன். ஸோ நானும் கார்த்திக்கும் ஷேர் பண்ணி சாப்பிட்லாம்னா. அண்ட் ஒரு வெனிலா ஃப்ராப்பச்சினோ ஒன்று எடுத்திருக்கோம். பிரதிதி அவளுக்கு எதுவும் வேண்டாம்னு சொல்லிட்டேன். அதனால் நாங்கள் சாப்பிட்டுட்டு அப்படியே கிளம்ப வேண்டியதான். திங்ஸ் எல்லாம் பேக் பண்ணிட்டேன். போட்டி வேறு எவ்வளோ லக்கேஜ் இருக்குது, எவ்வளோ வெயிட் இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்ல போகிறான்னு தெரியல. ஓவர் வெயிட்டாக என்ன சொல்ல போகிறான்னு தெரியல. அங்கே போகிறதும் தெரியும். அங்கே ஏர்லியாக இல்லை 11:30, எங்களுக்கு 11:10 செக்இன் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும். நாங்கள் வந்து ஃபஸ்ட்டு பேகேஜ்லாம் வச்சு செக்இன் பண்ணியாச்சு. ஹோட்டல்லேருந்து ஏர்போர்ட் ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் ஷட்டில் பஸ் இருந்து அதில் வந்து எங்களை வந்து இங்கே ட்ராப் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. ஸோ இப்போ அடுத்து செக்யூரிட்டி செக்இனும் முடிச்சுட்டு உள்ளே போயிட்டு கொஞ்சம் பேக் ஓவர் வெயிட்டாக இருந்தது. நாங்கள் பேக்ஸ் வாங்கியிருந்தேன். அதில் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன், ஒரு பேக்கில் வந்து கொஞ்சம் திங்ஸ் எல்லாம் எடுத்து அந்த பேக்கில் வச்சுட்டு வந்துட்டேன். ஸோ தட் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா பேக்கேஜ் பே பண்ண வேணாம் அப்படின்ட்டு. ஸோ இப்போ நெக்ஸ்ட்டு நாங்கள் வந்து செக்யூரிட்டி செக்இனும் முடிச்சாச்சு. ஆமாம், மாட்டிக்கோ. செக்இனும் முடிச்சாச்சு. டொமஸ்டிக் ஏர்போர்ட்டே செம்ம மேசிவாக செம்மையாக இருக்குது. ஸோ நாங்கள் டைம் வந்து 11:45 தான். அதுக்குள்ளே நாங்கள் செக்இனும் முடிச்சிட்டோம். எங்களுக்கு இன்னும் ஒரு 2 hours இருக்குது. 1:30 தான் போர்டிங் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ இன்னும் 2 hours கிட்டே இருக்குது எங்களுக்கு. அதனால் கொஞ்சம் நேரம் ஜாலியாக ஏர்போர்ட்டை சுற்றிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறமா தான் கேட் போவோம். நைட்டு அப்படிங்க ஏர்போர்ட்குள்ளேயே ஒரு ஹோட்டலில் வந்து இருந்திருக்கோம். நல்ல சூப்பர் வியூ. பட் அம்மா கால் பட்டு ஃப்ளைட் டேக் ஆஃப் ஆகுது பார். போயிடுச்சு, போயிடுச்சு. பட்டு அடுத்த ஃப்ளைட் டேக் ஆஃப் பார். எவ்ரி மினிட்டுக்கு ஒரு ஏரோப்ளேன் போகுது. அதுவும் அமெரிக்கன் ஏர்லைன்ஸ்.